after those past two results, and I think Ange Postecoglou can take a few positives from the international break. I think one of them being Rodrigo Bentancur getting a good amount of minutes under his belt. First of all, last week, Uruguay played Argentina. I think he came on for about 25 minutes or so off the bench. And then last night, Uruguay played Bolivia in another World Cup qualifier, and he started the game 86 minutes. So given he has been, increasing his fitness in recent weeks with those cameo appearances off the bench against Palace, Chelsea and Wolves, you'd think he's in a good position to be starting games now for Tottenham.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? 86 minutes last night from the start. It was obviously it's Marcelo Bielsa who's in charge, isn't it? It's obviously Bielsa's prerogative to give him a start. We're obviously looking on concernedly, I suppose, just in case, hoping that he's going to make it through. Everything seemed to be fine. If he's done 86 minutes, everything would seem to be fine, and he was clearly wanting to start earlier at Spurs than he was brought back anyway. There was that quote from him, wasn't there, that he was ready to start earlier, and Tottenham put the waiting time back a little bit. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see him starting against Aston Villa this weekend. And what a plus, what a positive that'll be, considering the injuries that we've got and the problems that Ange Postecoglou is having to overcome with squad availability at the minute. To have Rodrigo Bentancur fit and firing and ready to play. Did you see any of the highlights from the game? From what I've seen from last night's game, looks like he was playing in a bit more of a withdrawn role, kind of a more defensive role.
I've not seen any highlights I was looking at his numbers, and pretty good. I think he'd won 8 of 11 duels. Pass success rate was about 92%. I think it sounds like he's done well, and for him to have played 86 minutes is clearly there in terms of his fitness now. I think the worry when after such a long-term injury, then you lose the player to international duty. I think Ange Postecoglou and everyone at Tottenham had been, just having the fingers crossed he comes through the period unscathed. And, credit to Bielsa, because they played Argentina in the first game, and you're thinking you want to go with your strongest lineup, put Bentancur in, but on the bench, got about 25 minutes or so, and then started last night against Bolivia. I think he's just been desperate to be, playing more in recent weeks. But I think the thing is, once you have such a serious injury like that ACL, you just can't rush a player back in, just because something could happen again, and for him to be on the sidelines for a longer period. But he's come through these last 2 games, and with Ange Postecoglou needing to make a change in midfield now against Aston Villa on Sunday, he's certainly in the running, most certainly.
It'll be interesting, won't it? You would think he would start. I think the only way he wouldn't start is if Ange Postecoglou goes for Højbjerg alongside Pape Sarr, and then Giovanni Lo Celso in the more advanced role. Personally, I think I'd probably play. I think I would play Bentancur in either of the roles if he could play alongside Pape Sarr in that kind of more defensive role, and then play Lo Celso in front, or you can play Højbjerg alongside Sarr and then play Bentancur in that more attacking role. So for me, I think he has to start. It'd be great to see him start and get back and firing in the Premier League again after what he did last season.